national anthem.
It's not plugged in. Not me. This is where the players step in and sing. They're gonna sing. Hang on, we got a singer.
We don't know it.
Oh my god, I will sing it.
All right, let's go. Let's just play.
Oh.
Let's play. Oh my God. All right, let's pick up. Hey, we need to pick.
Which one is this? No idea. Let me talk.
It doesn't matter.
I just want to turn that on. We should put that in. Now it's fine. Are you plugged into it here? That's not you guys. There we go. Hey, it's right here on the freaking side.
All right, and we are here ready to give you the season opener for the St. Genevieve Dragons season as they kick off the tournament here today in an afternoon game against Central. The sun has come up and the weather is beautiful, a little chilly, but Nathan Crocker is here to bring you the game with me, and we're getting ready to start here in just a minute. Drew Toombs will be on the mound today. Brian Selby catching, Logan Geck at third base. Chase Kohler at shortstop, Grant Staffen at second. Chad Dunsey will start the game at first base. We're not going to be able to get you much action from Chad because we got a giant pole that'll be right in the camera when we go over there. And then in the outfield, we have Derek Morgan-Thaler in left, Brady Boyer in center, and Devin Bader in right. And we'll give you the batting order between innings. So Nathan, a lot of returning starters this year. All 9 of the guys out on the field today have got some substantial time last year. What are your expectations for the team this year?
They should be a lot better than they were last year. I mean, we got a ton of returning starters. Should be a real good game today. Central's a real good team too. I remember them from last year, and they played a good game against us.
That's the sweet sound of Clayton Geck. I don't know if you can pick him up from the audio on the broadcast, but he will be bringing you the announcements as they come up, and we are underway. And the first pitch was a strike, so it starts with an 0-1 count.
No, it was a ball.
It was a ball. We lied. And there's a fly ball to center field. Brady Boyer's underneath. Struggled slightly with it, but was able to corral it. A little windy, so I'm sure those balls probably aren't going to play real easily today.
Going to be tough in the outfield, for sure.
So quick 2-pitch at bat there to start the game for Drew. Nice easy out. First pitch fouled back. This is number 6. This is Dylan Mannion. He's pitching today.
We'll see if Drew can build on his good season last year, his great season last year, actually.
Yeah, I tell you what, him and Derek Morgenthaler, which I think you'll probably see him this evening in the second part of the tournament, they're a pretty good 1-2 punch.
Yeah, they're real good.
There's another foul.
It's gonna hit
Don't
my car.
hit my car.
I know, that's what I'm thinking too.
Anything that needs to hit Bub's car.
Don't hit my car. Yeah. I don't know why I parked there. I shouldn't have.
We want to thank Jennifer Humboldt. She's doing the camera for us today. Drew toes the rubber. 0-2 is the count. Comes a little off-speed pitch. Looks like a curveball. Got him looking.
That was
Frozen.
a real nice pitch. Wasn't expecting it at all.
First baseman number 15, Holden Mayberry.
So 2 quick outs here for the Dragons.
Good start for Drew.
And Holden Mayberry now, he'll be playing first base. He comes up as the number 3 hole hitter. First pitch, off-speed pitch in the dirt. I guess it's in the turf. Good point.
Yep.
And there's a pop-up in the infield. Grant Staffen calls it. He takes it. And that's a 1-2-3 inning for the Dragons.
That was a good, quick inning from Drew. Didn't get very many pitches. Gets through his first inning of the season.
We do have some stuff as the game goes on that we'll show you between innings to give Bub and I a little bit of a break so we can rest these beautiful voices of ours. But between the first inning, the middle of the first, we're going to talk a little bit about our batting order. Derek Morgenthaler, he's our left fielder. He's going to lead the game off. Had a great season last year, very high average. Gets on base quite a bit.
Derek's
And
a real good hitter.
has good speed once he gets on the bases and really can make things happen. Chase Kohler will follow him up in the 2-hole. He's a shortstop. Drew, who we talked about last inning, who's on the mound, is going to be our 3-hole hitter. Cleanup man will be Brady Boyer. Chad Dunsey in the 5-hole. Logan Gack 6. Grant Staffen 7. Second baseman, and then Brian Selby, catcher, bat 8th. And Devin Bader rounds it out in the 9-hole playing right field.
Right field, yeah. Great Staffen started up the season last year, real nice, hitting well over 300, then ended the season, I think he said 0 for 15, which hurt his average, made his stats look a little worse. But
What'd you tell him in class this morning? You were going to rub it in a little bit, or what?
I'm rubbing it into him. Let's see what he can do this year. It just made his stats look worse because he had a bad end to the season, so I mean he should have had a better stats this season, for sure.
All right, so Morgenthaler gets ready to step in.
We have a lefty on the mound.
Looked like in warm-ups he threw a lot of off-speed stuff, which was unusual for somebody warming up before an inning. But that was a pretty good heater right there. A little high, but it's 1-0. And this is Dylan Mannion on the mound. Good eye there, 2-0. That's another thing about Derek. Coach McDaniel really talked about his batting eye and how he was able to get on base and work himself into favorable counts. Makes him a good leadoff hitter as he takes the first strike.
He's a prototypical leadoff hitter. It's perfect to have there.
And with the pitch count rules, if you can work that pitch count up high, taking some pitches, takes a toll on a team's bullpen.
What are the pitch count rules? Don't know. Not exactly.
I don't know them exactly. I know there's a certain amount of pitches you can throw in a day and so many you can throw in 3 days or whatever.
Yeah, I know that.
But I don't know what the numbers are.
I just didn't know how many.
Crocker throwing me curveballs on opening day here. We're just trying to get the stuff set up on time.
Seeing how much you know. I was just curious.
And here comes the 2-2 pitch, curveball,
That was a good
and
pitch.
called it strike. That was a second curveball of the at-bat. It looked like it was thrown at a substantially different speed there. Much slower pitch. Here's Chase Kohler steps in. First pitch in the turf.
Yeah, in the turf. There you go. Corrected yourself.
Jen refused to wear a headset because she thought she'd be too big of a smart aleck to be on the air, and she proved in the first 2 pitches that she was right. So 2-0 as that pitch just misses on the outside. Third pitch coming in here to Chase. Right down the middle with a fastball.
He started both at bats 2-0, then came back and struck out Derek. Let's see how he's going to do against Chase.
There's a ground ball to the shortstop. Picks it, throws to first, and he is safe as it pulled him off the base. And we understand that you can't see that because of the placement of the camera in this gigantic 18-inch diameter pole that we have here.
I'm going to be honest on that. I didn't think he came off the base.
I didn't think so either.
I think he stretched, and I think the first baseman made a nice play. I don't know about
What'd you think, Humboldt? You probably had the best view of any of us. I wasn't paying attention. All right, so Mannion looks in, and there's a strike. First pitch strike to Toombs on the inside corner. And we'll see if they want to try any running over there with Chase to start the season off here.
He's getting a pretty good lead off over there.
Ball high as the curveball comes in. He's got that slow rolling curveball, and then he's got that curveball he really tries to plant into the turf. It's the third time I said that now, in the turf. It's in my head. That one's outside.
Gets away from the pitcher.
Interesting little twist here for these base runners starting the season off with a lefty on the mound. That always was a tricky adjustment. You're so used to seeing right-handed pitchers, and you see that lefty on the mound that's always facing you and looking right at you. It makes it a little more challenging.
A little behind on that swing. It'll take some time for the hitters to get back into the groove of things starting off the season.
Yeah, it's definitely an advantage to the pitching at the start of the season.
Kind of jammed him a little bit.
And it's fielded, bobbled a little bit by the second baseman. Took this double play out of play, and they took the out at first, and Kohler safe at second base. So runner in scoring position here for Brady Boyer. Looking for the first RBI of the season for the Dragons.
Chase has got pretty good speed, so if he gets a hit not directly at an outfielder, he should easily score. Directly at an outfielder, it could be a nice play at home.
First pitch is a ball outside. Good eye, good eye. Quote of the day, Jen Humboldt. Wasn't good enough to say it once, she said it twice. There's a foul
That's
ball.
hitting my car. I swear. Did it hit him?
Yeah, it hit yours. Broke a window.
If it, why
Didn't you
did
hear the
I
glass?
park there?
It didn't hit a car. Relax.
I don't know why I parked there. Awful decision.
I already got hail damage on mine, so ball mark probably won't
I don't
even-
really care if it hits my car as long as it doesn't hit the window.
It won't break your window.
It won't break a window. If it lands directly on a window, that thing's going clean through it.
2-1 the count here to Brady. Good
Another
cut
foul
there.
ball. 2-2 count with 2 outs. It's a big at bat. Could get an early lead.
Ooh, hit
Hit
him
him.
on the knee, back knee.
On
So it'll
the
be
curve.
first and second here with Chad Dunsey coming up. With some ducks on the
Number 0,
pond.
first baseman, Chad Dunsey.
I don't know about that I don't know about that reference there.
Ducks on the pond? You never heard that?
I've heard it, but I don't really like it. To be honest. It's all right.
Means there's people on base. That's not Mike Shannon fans?
Does he say strike or does he just go,
I think he just said, "Hey-ya." But that's okay. That means strike. It's French. 1-1's the count to Chad as that fastball comes in high at the letters.
It's a good check swing. Going down 0-2 would have been rough in this at bat. With a pitcher that's got good off-speed pitches, going down 0-2 is not something you want to do.
Falls outside. 2-1's the count. He's up around 18 pitches right now, so pretty high pitch count for the first inning. Good hit there. Looks like it's going to get down. It is.
Good job.
Base hit there for Chad. Brady goes to third, and Chase comes in to score, and Chad Dunsey gets the first RBI of the season for St. Genevieve, and Chase Kohler scores the first run. So 1-0 score here in the first. First and third. And broadcasting zone, Logan Gag to the plate.
how do you memorize all those?
We gotta, how do I change this? Schweiss.
Just does whatever you want.
Change the score. Yeah. Logan Gag, known as Sauce. He is a sophomore, and now he is starting hitting sixth, isn't he? Isn't the sixth?
Hitting
Yeah.
sixth and
That's
playing third base.
That's good as a sophomore. It's really good. The only starting sophomore, I'm pretty sure, isn't he?
Did you do your research?
I think so. I did.
1-1's the count here to Sauce. First and third, 2 outs, first inning. And there's a pop-up straight up. Looks like it's going to stay in play and fair. Ooh, that's a tough play for the catcher. I'm
Yeah.
surprised somebody didn't come in and call him off, but good play there. And St. Gen strands 2 runners and score 1 run in the first inning.
I don't know why they let the catcher catch that. That's a real tough play.
Yeah.
Straight up for a catcher in the catcher's glove. That's
Yeah, that catcher's mitt, they tend to bounce out of there quite frequently, especially when they come down that far.
Major League Baseball players even miss that. Major League catchers. See if Drew can build on his great first inning. He had 1 strikeout, I think. Yeah. And didn't have very many pitches in the first either. So and now there's a 1-0 lead to work with. Allows the pitcher to be a little more free with how they pitch. I knew you were doing something.
I was wondering what was making that noise.
I know. I was like, I thought it was you breathing at first, but it's like he wasn't doing that earlier.
He's dying.
I know. I'm like, what mic is that? Turn it off. Let me just find cord.
Do we know which one it is? Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
No.
Yeah, turn that one back on. Then. Try 1.
Can you hear me?
No, it's 2. There you go. Now it's on.
And the first pitch is fouled back. Sorry, working through some first game issues here. We are in the second inning.
You don't know how to change it, do you?
I'm getting there. I am not a big fan of the MacBooks. I would prefer not a MacBook. But
They're
hey,
confusing.
take what we get, right? Everything seems to be backwards.
Mm-hmm.
That pitch is a strike right down the middle.
A 1-2 count here for Drew.
Yeah, cover me for a minute.
I got it. Drew is towing the rubber now. Steps back into the box. Ooh, a curveball that almost hits him. 2-2 count with nobody out here. 1-0 St. John already. That was a good fastball.
This is Luke Guy batting. He's shortstop today, number 4.
3-2 count is hit out to a fly ball, and the outfielders almost looked like they were going to collide there for a minute.
Yeah, usually the center fielder will take that ball, but
Yeah.
with the sun field,
Third baseman number 1.
actually this time of day, a little bit different than what we're used to, being games usually in the evening times, but left fielder called him off.
Yeah, this is one of the earliest games I've ever seen. I don't know. Did we have a 1 o'clock game last year at all? I feel like we
I don't
did.
think so.
I didn't think so.
I know Valley is part of this tournament, and they host a pod at their place. So they start earlier because they don't have lights, but with us having lights, I think in the past we've started at 3 o'clock. Valley did start at 12 today. But hopefully they can get all 3 of these games in today. We play first and third game, and Park Hills and DeSoto play in the second game. And there's some rain coming in about 6 or 7 o'clock. So there's a one hopper to Toombs. Toombs throws to Dunsey.
5
And
up, 5 down.
Put
for
out
Drew.
goes 1-3.
Right fielder number 14, Jace Bland.
This is Jace Bland, the 6-hole hitter. Did I say that right? Why are you laughing?
Drew's been a little bit more wild here in the second, but I mean that's That looked good.
It's close. A little outside probably. We don't have the best of angles here from behind the plate, so. That one was also close, but never helps when the catcher drops the ball.
No. They ain't going to call a strike if he drops the ball most of the time, unless it's right down the middle.
It's a big cut again there. 1-2 is the count. 2-2 is the count, sorry.
He's wanting to hit himself a dinger here on the first at-bat of the season.
I just saw some chili nachos go by, Crocker. Those look pretty good. Oh, there's a little looping liner out there, and that's going to be handled by the left fielder. And 1-2-3 on that inning.
Pretty good contact.
And that brings us to a commercial.
In 1963, Fleeg's Equipment was founded as a family-owned and operated business in St. Genevieve, where it remains to this day, selling exceptional equipment such as Case IH, Hustler Turf, Vermeer, Cub Cadet, Massey, and many more, helping with all your family and lawn needs. Service from the time you enter the door or pick up the phone is taken to heart.
At Fleek's Farm Equipment, we ask that you let our family
Serve your family.
go Dragons.
Leading off for the
Pretty
Rebels,
quick between
left fielder
innings.
number 10,
Yeah,
Jarrett
quick
Winkler.
innings. I know, but I'm just saying, they're being quick innings.
Okay, and that was Fleeg's Farm Equipment, one of our sponsors, and we thank them for sponsoring us and all the ways that that business supports us here at St. Genevieve High School. They are doing some quick between inning stuff,
Yeah.
as Nathan just pointed out. I guess with the 3 games, they're trying to beat the weather, so not near as much warm-up time as we're used to.
No, I feel like it's like 2 pitches and then they like throw it down.
But that's okay.
That's fine.
That's fine.
It'll be a quick game.
We might give you the softball game tonight, depending on what the weather forecast looks like. We can't be out in the rain, obviously, with the equipment. So if it looks like the rain's going to hold off, we're going to try to move this stuff over to the softball field, and we'll give you the coverage of the St. Gen Scott City softball game.
Ooh, nice
As
play
Toombs
by
fields it on one hop. Good play there.
That was a real nice play.
Showed some good agility there and quickness.
Toombs looks like he can field this position pretty nice from.
Designated hitter number
Pitcher
5,
mound.
Braden Sherfus.
This is Braden Sherfus up now, and he's number 9 hole hitter. First pitch is high.
It's number 8, isn't it? It's number 8 hole hitter, isn't it? Pretty sure.
Take over, buddy.
I got you. And almost in the dirt, way outside by Drew. 2-0 count. With 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Or top of the third, actually. Drew throws in 3-0. Rough start to the setback. You never want to fall behind 3-0 against the hitter. Especially the number 8 hitter. You want to attack those type of hitters and get them out. Good hit.
Ooh.
Almost a real nice play by Chase. Good effort.
Yeah, that ball was ripped by Sherfus.
Yeah, he squared that up real nice.
We just got our first update from Valley. They're down 7-3.
Second baseman number 2, Gage Mannion.
Do what? What'd you say? 7-3, top of the 5th inning over there. That's right across town. The other pod is being hosted out of Farmington. I'm not sure what time they started. But Valley is playing Scott City over there right now. And like I said, the 3 teams in our pod are St. Genevieve, Central, and DeSoto. So they'll do a round robin here today if the weather holds out long enough. And then tomorrow, the top seeded teams from all 3 of the pods will get together, and they will have a round robin themselves.
Pickoff attempt there by Toombs.
There's a chopper to third. That is fair. Nice play by Logan Gack over there. Chad Dunsey comes off the base. As soon as he catches the ball, make sure the runner from second can advance to third. Scherfus now stands at second as we get back to the top of Central's order.
Fielder number 3.
Both teams look really well coached.
Yeah, it's been pretty crisp so far for the
Yeah.
first game of the season.
Hasn't been in the air yet. Knock on wood.
There was one error.
Was it?
First inning. Chase Kohler reached on the air, scored the run.
When they pulled him off the bag?
Mhm.
No, that is an error. You're right.
Probably went down as a throwing error.
Yeah.
Uh, 0-2 is the count as Drew gets ahead quickly here on the leadoff guy.
He just powered it by him on that pitch. He's throwing some heat. Did
There it
again.
is. Garrett Bowen goes down on strikes. 3 straight pitches, 3 strikes. And we're going to the bottom of the third with the score 1-0 St. Genevieve.
Toombs looks real good through 3. Looks like you go deep into this game, save the bullpen for the game later.
Our mission is simple: to be the most respected and successfully operated company in our industry, creating value for all of our stakeholders. Achieving our mission involves a commitment to the following: innovative solutions for our customers, employees with a passion for performance, an open and collaborative corporate culture, a forward-looking organization, a culture that promotes sustainable development and long-term financial performance. Wholesome is a proud sponsor of St. Gen athletes and its school district. Go Dragons!
All right, and we want to thank Wholesome, another great supporter of our schools and a lot of the things we do in the community, and they're very generous with their time and their money.
Good off-speed pitch. Both pitchers off to a pretty good start here.
We're back to the top of the order here with Morgenthaler. There you go. Line drive down the first base line.
You want me to jerk it that fast?
That ball was about 5 feet foul, as you could see on the camera, or not. Then she has the nerve to call me out because the scoreboard wasn't up. So Morgenthaler grounds out.
Shortstop.
Start the inning, 1 out.
Kohler.
Chase Kohler up to bat. Chase reached on an error the last time up and came around to score the game's only run up to this point.
Been a pretty quick game so far. Pitchers are kind of mowing through them.
I told Jen and Nathan that at this pace they're going to have to go back to 7th hour later today, and they were happy about it.
Oh yeah, that's a stretch. I don't know about that.
2-0 is the count.
After this inning, I'm going to get my jacket.
Jen wants to go back to school just because she's cold. That ball is ripped down to the shortstop. Shortstop didn't get in front of the ball, tried to play it off to the side. And Chase Kohler's on base. I'm going to give him a hit on that.
Yeah,
He
that's a
scorched
hit.
that ball.
That was a good hit.
Could have been played, but would have been a really good play.
Pitcher number 29. Drew
His coach yelled at him for not getting in front of the ball, which is understandable. He should have gotten in front of it.
So Toombs is up and ran on first base. Same situation as the first inning here. 1 out. And there's a pop-up.
That's my car for sure. I know that's my car.
Ooh, yeah, I heard it hit asphalt.
It hit asphalt. That's good. It was what? I don't know why.
I parked there because Bub was there and I needed him to help me get the stuff out
That's
of the car.
the reason I parked there, because I was going to help you get it out of the car. But then I didn't think about moving it.
You baited me into parking in a stupid spot. I blame you.
Yeah, but where were you going to park otherwise? Up on that hill, and then we would have to pack it all the way down here. That's the reason I parked there. But I should have moved, for sure.
Okay, I don't know how to do baseball. What does it mean whenever you're hitting and you grounded out and flew out?
You got 2 outs.
That means you grounded out once, like hit it on the ground, and
He hit it to the outfield
hit it
once
to the outfield once.
and got out.
We're educating our camera person on the terminology of the game. Ooh, that ball's just high.
Drew can get on base. Bring up Brady with 2 men on. That would be big. And extend the inning to Chad, unless the double play happens. It's a big at-bat. Could put some space. Give him a bigger lead than 1 run. Let himself work for.
Yeah, it puts a lot of pressure on a defense when you're trying to protect a 1-run lead and you don't have any room for error. Here comes the coach. Ronnie Calvert is the coach for Central, and he's coming out to talk to Mannion. And at the same time, Drew will go down and talk to Coach McDaniel on the third base coach and head coach. And now Coach Gibson goes across too. Coach Gibson's retiring after this year. A lot of service for number 4 or 5.
He's been coaching for quite some time.
Kids love him.
Yep. They look like.
It's the hats. It's not the uniform. It's the hat.
Jen is expressing her displeasure with the uniforms. I like them. I think they're retro and fashionable. I'd wear them out on a Friday night if I had the chance.
Oh, yeah.
First pitch swinging there for Brady. Oh, I'm sorry. This is still Drew.
Yeah.
3-2 is the count now to Drew. Payoff pitch coming up. Man on first.
See if
1
they'll send
down.
around here. See if they'll put him in motion over there first. He's not.
And
Foul back.
I bet he is this time.
Yeah. See if they trust Drew to make contact or not.
A lot of people here.
You hear Brady?
Brady from the on-deck circle is encouraging Chase to get 10 more steps on his lead.
After that slow pickoff attempt by the pitcher.
There he runs.
Ooh.
Called it a strike on the half swing there.
I
But
guess they
Chase
call-
will get credited with the first stolen base of the season.
They called him on the swing? I don't know. I thought he checked up on that.
Boyer.
Yeah, they called him on a swing.
Normally they should send it down to first on that. Let the first base umpire decide that. Do we not? Oh, we don't have.
He didn't make a very quick call there. Didn't give the catcher much of a chance to throw down to second, but I think Chase had the base stolen as it is. Brady got hit in the back leg with the curveball last at bat. This one he hits a little squibber down the first base line, and it goes just foul. And Brady gets a little reprieve here in a second shot, because that would have been an easy out if it would have stayed inside the line.
I do like their batting helmets, though. Nice. Ooh, swings and
Little
misses.
off-speed pitch had him way out in front there. Brady finds himself in the hole 0-2 here with runners on first and second base.
He doesn't know
I'm
what
sorry,
he's
runner
throwing
on
now.
second base.
Throwing a fastball the first pitch, off speed the second pitch. He doesn't know what he's throwing. Advantage to the pitcher at the moment. Off speed
Ooh,
pitch.
and there's
Jams him.
thought that might have looked like it was going to be an infield hit there for a minute, but pitcher got off the mound quickly and That's the end of the third.
So like they do a warm-up thingy? Do they do a warm-up thingy? Okay.
Tyler Brown and Potential Therapy Services are proud supporters of our high school athletes and athletic programs. Our sports medicine expertise keeps our athletes off the sidelines and in the game. We offer free consultations and deliver top-notch, outcome-driven physical therapy, empowering the athletes we serve to prevent and manage their injuries. Potential Therapy Services wishes all of our athletes safety and success tonight and throughout the rest of the season. Call us today at 573-608-5058 or stop by our clinic in the Country Mart Plaza. The choice is clear. The choice is yours. Choose your potential.
Kidding me? It's possible. It's sitting right next to my foot. That's the problem. I don't know if it's on now.
There it is, right there. We didn't do anything.
We didn't. It's not my fault. I hit with my foot. Try to move my feet. Are we back?
I hope so.
So we're going again?
Hopefully you're all still with us. Nathan just stepped on the power strip and we had to reset everything, but we are back in business. Haven't missed much. The count's currently 1-2. Nobody out.
I haven't missed any at-bats, so that's no harm, no foul. It's fine.
It happens to the best of us. Don't do it again or you're fired.
Trust you can't fire me. I'm pretty much. Oh, there has been an at-bat. There's someone on first base.
There is. Sorry.
I didn't know
we
that
were
either.
scrambling to figure out the technical difficulty. Mannion is on first base. So we are on the number 3 hole. That's Mayberry. I'm not quite sure how Mannion got on.
Yeah, I'm not either. I don't know. I don't think the at-bat was long enough for a walk, so I think he got it on base by hitting the ball somehow. Either an air or a hit.
That's either air hit
Something
by
like-
pitch, walk.
No, I said I don't think there was enough time for a walk. I don't think there was enough pitches for that.
2-2's the count here to
Ooh,
Mayberry. And
that was a good hit. Brady was real slow to get it. Brady
Good.
did not get a good jump on it. But
he didn't, but he tracked it well once he
Yeah.
got started.
He couldn't tell if it was going to be short or long. He just kind of stood there for a little bit. That was a good jump.
16.
Yeah, that's one of the balls later in the season. Wind's blowing out. That ball
Has
might have a
to go out,
chance.
Yeah.
But this time of year, you got to get a lot of them to get over the outfielder's head.
That's a hard ball to play as a center fielder. Straight at you. Line drive straight here is the hardest ball to play as a center fielder, for sure. Ooh, that's a card. At least it's not mine.
See, we could have parked there. That would have been even worse. You know what would be funny? If Jennifer got her car hit after she's been making fun of me.
That would be amazing.
Where is she? Is she parked up there?
If that somehow happened, that would be It's late on that swing.
There's a ball low. As Drew's into his 4th inning of work, 3 1/3. He's only allowed 2 hits up to this point. Or at least we think it's 2 hits, assuming how he got put on.
It's gonna
that
hit
one
us.
might hit us.
That's going to hit us twice for sure.
Boy, I'll tell you what, if my arms were about 12 feet longer, I could have had that ball.
Twice, I'm telling you, if one hits right to us, you're going to get out of the way. I know you're not going to try to catch it.
What are you talking about?
You think you're going to catch it?
I was all-state.
Oh, my.
All-state second baseman back in my day.
Were you?
No, I wasn't.
I was going to say.
No, I was terrible.
I was about to be proud.
I was pretty good as a freshman, and I never got better.
You started as a freshman?
I was not. Baseball was not my favorite sport. I did not have the passion for it.
That was a dirty curveball by Drew.
Third baseman number 1, Tanner Smith.
Yeah, that was pretty filthy. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning. Dragons up by a score of 1-0. Pickoff attempt there. Brady boy. He's like a coach on the field.
Yeah.
We need a mic up. We need a mic up Brady next game.
He speaks his opinion in all 3 sports that he plays. He doesn't keep much to himself.
But that's why we love him.
Uh-huh.
That ball's out of play.
Hitting Jennifer's car.
I would have to bounce about 30 times before it got there.
She said she was going to get a coat, but I mean, I think she did something else.
Yeah, she may have taken a vacation. Here's the pitch from Drew. 0-2, 2 outs, and just stuck the bat out and barely got a piece there to stay alive.
He should have. If he'd have held off on that, his runner was going to be easily safe at second, because his runner was moving on the pitch.
There's another foul back. And the count stays 0-2.
Been a long at-bat at 0-2. What is that, 2? There's only 2 or 3 foul balls.
Yeah, it's number 5 hole hitter, so we'd like to get him out of the way this inning and then face the bottom of the order for a full inning next time as Drew throws a nasty curveball by him.
Drew looks like he's settling in. Even though he's just had a real good game in general.
I'm going to play a commercial here, and I'm going to hope that my man Nathan Crocker doesn't step on anything.
If you are in the market for a new or pre-owned car, check out Barley Automotive. Barley's is a family-owned, family-run business that has been a staple of this community for decades. For a high-quality car and high-quality service, come see us at 791 St. Genevieve Drive. We are a proud sponsor and supporter of our local schools. Go Big Green!
All right, we want to thank Barley Automotive, Potential Therapy. Tyler Brown at Potential Therapy does a great job and supports us with our athletic programs up here as well as in many other areas. And Scott Barley's always looking for opportunities to help out with school programs and school events. So we want to thank all those guys for their support.
Here's Chad with his second at bat. He got an RBI base hit his first time and
Ooh.
rips it down the third baseline. Foul.
Boy, that thing had some hook on it.
Yeah, he's mad at himself for hitting that ball foul because he got a good swing on it. Looks like Jennifer decided to go back to school.
She said she was cold.
She's warming up in her car. Ooh. Chad's putting good contact on the ball, but that one,
That was not good contact there.
yeah, it was a pop-up, but his first two hits were.
Third baseman number 25,
Yeah, that foul ball
Logan
couldn't hit it much harder than what he did.
Normally when you hit one real hard foul, the next pitch is you normally get out in that at-bat, it seems like. Happens all the time in Major Leagues. They had a home run foul, and then next pitch they strike out.
Third baseman Logan Geck up at bat. Last time up, Logan made the last out on the ground ball to end the first inning. And here we are in the fourth as he bats with one out.
He has kind of a funky batting, what do you call it, batting stance? Yeah. I couldn't, it was
I'm going
a
to start
tongue
calling you
twister.
Humboldt.
It was a
Start
tongue
asking
twister.
questions like that.
I just didn't think of it. Ooh.
That one's popped
Yeah.
up to center. He does have a pretty open stance.
Yeah. He lost it in the sun. Center fielder lost it in the sun. Almost hit him, to be honest.
Yeah, I tell you what, right field's usually the sun field, typical time of the day that they play games, and the way the sun is right now is
Yeah, it's
high
center.
in the sky.
Second baseman number 2, Grant Staffen.
Center field is more of a problem area right now than right field is.
As earlier, the left fielder called off the center fielder for
Right.
St. Jim. It looks like, yeah, center field's definitely the sun spot.
Ooh, that
Ooh.
ball is poked by Staffen.
That was scorched out
Ooh,
there. Almost to the fence.
caught by the left fielder. Boy, I tell you what, he got a good jump on that.
Yeah.
Grant really hit that ball well.
He had one out there in the Jamboree the other day, too. Grant in the
Catcher
Jamboree.
number 19, Brian
Yeah, it looks
Selby.
like he's starting off the season nice. Hitting the ball hard. Sometimes you just get unlucky.
Brian Selby up at the bat now. Pitch by Maynard. Oh, nope.
Slow
Threw
pick
over.
off.
Worried about that crazy speed of Logan Geck over there. Ooh, and that ball's ripped. That's going to be a base hit there for Brian, and that's going to bring up Devin Bader, runners on first and second.
St. Jim's starting to hit the ball hard against him. Looks like he could be losing some of his steam. His pitch count's probably getting up there now.
For the Dragons, number 1, Camden Rowe. Now batting, right fielder number 7, Devin Bader.
Going to be the 9-hole hitter, Devin Bader, and then it'll be the third time through the order. Third time through the orders. Normally a lot higher percentage as the hitters get the hit. The hitters get hits a lot more after they've seen the pitcher 3 times.
All right, Devin Bader up at the plate. Staffen gets looked back at second. Or I'm sorry, that was Logan. There's a foul ball.
No calls.
Falls harmless to the parking lot.
Let's keep that going.
So first and second, 2 out, 0-1 count here on the number 9 hitter Devin Bader. Bottom of the 4th inning, 1-0 is the score in favor of St. Genevieve. Ooh, that ball.
Off his shin.
As Coach McDaniel gets the first error of the season for the Dragons. Where have you been?
Jennifer's back after like 2 innings.
Said she had to go get a coat. 2 innings later, she came back.
I ran over to Valley's Field to see how they're doing.
How are they doing? Bader strikes out there to end the threat, and that's going to take us to the top of the 5th inning. And we're going to show you some boys basketball highlights here.
Not me, dude.
You ready? Let's go. Yeah. For those of you that wanna know what we're all about, it's like this, yo. This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the day. Y'all don't really want it like
Okay, here we're back. Start the top of the 5th inning. Drew Toombs still dealing on the mound. And first pitch, grounded to shortstop. Throw to Chad, and nice play there by Chase. And one down here in the top of the 5th inning.
Drew's working quickly through the order. He's only allowed 2 people on base.
Garrett Winkler.
Good start to the season for Drew.
Yeah, the defense has been very crisp behind him, too.
Yep.
Catch it, Crocker. Oh,
Selby.
nice play there.
Real nice play by
I thought that was coming to us.
I missed it 'cause I was too busy doing the camera.
Designated hitter number 5, Braden Shervis.
2 pitches, 2 outs for Drew. See if we can get a 3-pitch inning here. I imagine he'll be taking on this to avoid the 3-pitch inning. And it was a ball outside.
It's a good prediction there, buddy.
They always do that. They never swing on the 3rd pitch.
Smart move.
I'm a genius. Swings on them. Fouled back.
Jennifer's car.
Jennifer's car.
What?
It just hit your car.
My 5 speed?
Yeah.
Ball's off the plate. Played by Drew.
1, 2, 3 inning.
5 pitches there for Toombs. Very quick top of the 5th inning.
It's been a real quick game so far. What is it now? Bottom of the 5th? Yep.
We figured out why they were taking so little time between innings. There's actually a 2-hour and 15-minute time limit on these games because of the tournament format. So they're trying to cut down the dead time between innings.
Well, it should get overly easy for 2 hours. I mean, it's only 2:05 right now. It's only been going on for about an hour.
2 hours and 15 minutes per game.
What happens if you don't? Or what happens if you go over? Do it.
You sure? You sure? Our wonderful outgoing superintendent's here, Dr. Jeff Lindsay, and he won't even put a headset on. Then you'd have to go back to class, Jen. All right, so we go into the bottom of the 5th. Top of the order coming up. We've got Morgan Thaler leading it off. Derek's over 2 so far in the game.
The starting pitcher still on the mound.
Yeah, he's got to be close to his pitch limit, I would think. So
Could be on a short leash.
try to fight through this inning and get him through one more inning before they have to get into their bullpen.
Could be a short leash here in this inning.
It depends on their pitch count. They can only throw so many pitches.
If he allows a few people on base, I imagine he'll
Pitch
be
by
done.
Mannion. That one's pulled down the first base line, foul.
He's allowing a lot of contact here in the last 2 innings.
There's a curveball taken high. 1-1's the count. Sure would be nice to get a little bit of insurance here.
Yeah. For sure. A one-run game is unpredictable. Anything can happen to blow that one-run lead. And then you're back where you started. Three-one count. He doesn't want to walk the leadoff hitter here. If he walks the leadoff hitter, it could be the end of his day. Especially with the heart of the order coming up.
There it is.
He walks him.
Shortstop number 4, Chase Kohler.
Looks like he's going to keep him in, at least for now. And
ooh.
Yeah, Chase Kohler reached on a error in the first inning, and then he reached on a base hit in the second inning. Excuse me, third inning.
Trying to lay down a bunt here. Trying to get that extra run in.
Morgan Thaler's on first. Good speed over there. See if they want to put him in motion here. There's the bunt.
Ooh, good bunt. Good sacrifice bunt there by Chase.
Nice job, well executed. Catcher called out, too, for the pitcher to go to second. Pitcher decided to take the easy sure out at first base, and that put Morgan Thaler in scoring position with one out. Drew comes up now in the third hole. Chance to drive in a run.
This could be a big extra run here for the Dragons. You don't want to leave too many runners in scoring position, especially this late in the game.
There's a rolling curveball there. Ball came in about 50 mile an hour, it looked like.
Yeah. Long look by the pitcher.
0-2's the count here. Bottom of the fifth inning, 1-0 score. Dragons lead. One out, man on second base. Mannion looks in, gets his sign. Drew Toom stands at the plate. Takes the ball high.
He needs to at least advance him over to third, so it doesn't have to be a bang-bang play at home if the next guy gets a hit, which Derek's got pretty good speed. It might not be anyways. Derek's going.
And he's safe at third.
Almost got out to the outfield. A wild throw by the catcher there.
Wild pitch, wild throw. And now it's 2-2's the count. Runner on third, less than 2 outs. So you want to get this guy in here. Sacrifice fly, do the trick. Ground ball, certain places on the infield. The infield is going to be brought in here.
Yep. You just got to put the ball in play and just. It's hard for the infield to make a play. You got to be hit right at you.
Yeah, it makes those holes on the infield a lot bigger when they have to come in and play so close to the batter.
Ooh.
Drew watches ball 3 outside.
That's a good take there by Drew.
Here's the payoff pitch, 3-2, and that ball's fouled out of play.
I didn't even see it. Is that hitting our car?
I think we're good. I didn't hear it.
I didn't hear anything. I don't think it ever landed.
Every time there's a foul ball, Bub and I hold our breath, wait for a sound.
I don't think it's hit a car yet, but, I mean, we'll see what happens.
There's a ground ball played by the shortstop that Morgan Thaler holds at third, and
they should have sent Derek on that.
That's a 6-3 put out. It would have been a tough play for the shortstop.
It would have been a perfect throw because he slid, and it would have been
Right.
a perfect throw when he got up.
It's hard to tell off the crack of the bat if it's going to be right at the shortstop or just to his left or right. And
Yeah, I'm a believer in aggressive baseball. You got to make the defense work. Make the defense make the plays, especially when you're up.
that's Coach Crocker, everybody.
I would assume to. I'm just,
Ball 1, 2 outs, 1-0 is the count.
maybe you should hire me. Just saying.
You're my financial advisor, remember? You don't have time for this.
You're right.
Bub's well versed in the stock market world, so he gives me my input. 2-0 is the count here as Brady Boyer takes the first 2 pitches of the at bat.
Ooh, swings and misses. Looks like it was a little low. Might have chased one there.
Little surprised he was swinging on 2-0 there, Coach.
I was surprised he was swinging on 2-0, especially with Chad on deck, who squared this guy up twice.
Two ones a count, 2 outs, 1-0 game, bottom of the 5th inning. Man on third base, and that
Ooh.
ball is popped up, got just underneath it.
Yep.
And that's going to be caught by the center fielder, and that's going to bring an end to the 5th inning.
Center fielder got lucky.
St. John still leads 1-0.
Son got blocked by a cloud or something. He was going to drop it again.
All right, that brings us to the top of the 6th inning. Mannion, the pitcher, lead off the game here. Drew going into his 6th inning of work. Very strong outing up to this point, and I'm joined here this inning by none other than Coach Jeff Nix.
Hello, Mr. Schweiss.
Hello. How's it going on this beautiful day that was supposed to be a washout?
It's actually going really well. It's the sun's shining. It's not exactly warm. It's not like it was yesterday, but you know, I'll take this over what they were saying it was going to be.
Yeah, it didn't look very promising, and I know you had a lot of things going on today that you were hoping you could get in, and it looks like for the most part we're going to get most of it in anyway.
Yeah, we've got a track meet starting at 4 o'clock today that I'm pretty optimistic about. It'll only take a couple hours to do that thing, and got a home softball game at 4:30, the first ever spring softball game at St. Genevieve. I'm hopeful for that one as well, so hopefully we can get all of these things in and get our first day of spring sports in the books.
And Drew Toombs handles that comebacker to the mound, and that's the first out of the inning.
Center fielder number 3, Garrett Bowen.
And that's going to bring up Bowen to the plate, number 3 hole hitter. And what are your thoughts so far in the game?
Well, it's very reminiscent of last year. You know, we had a lot of games that were low scoring on both sides because we didn't have a lot of offense, so to speak, but our pitching was always very good, and Drew is doing a fantastic job. I think somebody down there just said that going into this 6th inning he was around 65 pitches, which is tremendous. I think only 1 base runner so far. That's a tough play for the catcher there.
Nice
Good
play.
Good play. But,
yeah, the defense has been solid as well.
Defense has been good. Same thing as last year. Pitching's good like last year.
Pitcher number 6.
Hitting,
Dylan Mannion.
you know, we're putting the bat on the ball, but that you know you can't take anything away from this left-hander. He's their number 1 for a reason. Not hard throwing. Reminds me of myself when I threw, but probably better. But very soft throwing lefty, but he's got good command, and he's definitely taking advantage of that.
Yeah, and this is actually him right here batting. I said it was him at the beginning, but they got 2 Mannions on the team, and I got the wrong one. So this is the pitcher, and there's a comebacker. And that's another very quick, efficient inning. And that's about 70, like you said, 70, 75 pitches for Drew. And he's only got 1 inning of work left.
Yeah, it's not very often in the first game of the season that a pitcher can go the whole 7 innings, but he could do that numbers-wise if Coach McDaniel chooses to do so.
Yeah, I'd say at this point of the game, you may as well, if he's still got numbers left, he hasn't labored at all.
No, not at all.
I think they've only had 1 time where they've had runners in scoring position.
Yeah, yep. And, we were talking about Park Hill's Mannion there. I read somewhere today that he had signed to play college baseball up in Michigan somewhere. So he's a good player. He's a collegiate level player, and he's just got a very confident approach on the mound, and he's coming back out for the top of the 6th here.
Yeah, his pitch count was pretty high. He had 30. I think we counted 31 pitches after the 2nd inning. So he's been much more efficient since then. But when you start out like that, it doesn't take long to get up there. So
no, in that first inning, when we scored our run, I think we ended the inning with runners on 1st and 3rd. So he went through about 5 batters that inning alone, and he's got 3 balls on a lot of batters today, and hasn't walked anybody. I don't think, maybe 1. But he's got high in the count on a lot of batters, and that adds up quickly.
Yeah, in the tournament format that we're playing in this weekend, it really taxes your bullpen. So as much as you can stretch these guys out, I know it's early in the season, you don't want to stretch them out too much, but the more you can get out of them, the better off you'll be come tomorrow when you're trying to save innings.
Yeah, weather permitting, you're going to get 4 games out of this tournament regardless of how you do in those games. So, yeah, that's tough in high school baseball, 4 games. That's putting a lot of pressure on those starters to go deep. And when they don't, you can tell the difference. And we've seen that in our conference tournament that had a 4-game format for the past several years. And we've actually gotten away from that this year. We have a new format just because some of the smaller schools especially had trouble with that 4-game with the pitching. And we just got away from it. Oh, good hit
Dunsey,
there.
Another hit. That's 2 hits for Chad today, and he's hit the ball solid three times.
Man,
so.
they had their second baseman playing in the grass there. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
Third baseman number 25.
That's
Logan
interesting.
Skegg.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so we did you get a final score of that Valley game?
I did, and I heard 9-3 in the 6th, and I hadn't heard anything since. They were losing.
So they're hosting a pod over there, and then they're hosting another one in Farmington. Is that correct?
Correct.
Scott City has a couple home runs, according to our updates. And there's a stolen base by Chad as the ball sneaks into center field, but he'll stay at second. And St. John has a runner in scoring position and hopes to get a little insurance this inning.
Something about those slow-throwing lefties that you can't get a big lead over at first base, and that's troublesome if you've got speed. But on the other hand, if you do get a good jump, that slow-throwing lefty takes longer to get to the plate, which doesn't give the catcher enough time to throw him out. So it's kind of if you can get a good jump on a lefty, you're going to be doing
right.
a slow-throwing lefty. You're going to be okay. It's just a matter of getting that good jump off of a lefty.
Yeah, a lot of times you'll see more pickoffs, but you'll also see a better stolen base percentage.
Absolutely.
And here's the pitch to Logan, and that's called strike, and that brings the count to 3-2, I think, isn't it? 3-1?
3-1.
Scoreboard says 3-1. I thought it was 3-2. So we'll see if Logan takes again here on a 3-1 count. Looks back Chad at second, and there's the pitch low and outside, and that's a walk. 2 guys on. far. Grant Staffen. Grant really hit the ball well last time up.
Oh, man.
Flew
I thought
out
that
or
was
lined
over
out
his
to
head.
left field.
I thought that thing was over his head, but he was playing perfectly on it. He had to go back a little bit, but it just went right to him. If it had been about 8 or 9 feet to the left or right, it was a laser. He'd had a hard time getting to that, but it was right at him, just a little back behind him, and, man, he hit that ball hard.
Looks like Holden Mayberry, the first baseman, is going to come in for Mannion and do the pitching, and I would think that that's probably I don't know if it's a game-induced pitching change or a pitch count-induced pitching change, but he had to be close to that. Do you know, we were discussing this, we didn't know the exact rules. Can you go over the rules of the pitch count with us?
Yes. It depends on if you're a freshman or sophomore or a junior or senior. So you're grouped into one of those two categories. The juniors and seniors are allowed 105 pitches. Now, if you go up to a certain point, and I think it might be like 90 pitches, you're done for 4 days. But you can't go above 105. If you only go up to, say, 70 pitches, you're only done for like 3 days. So it depends completely on how many pitches you actually throw, on how many days rest you absolutely have to have. But you can't go over 105 if you're a junior or senior, and I believe it is 95 if you're a freshman or a sophomore.
That's a lot of rules.
It's a lot of rules, and that's why I'm not sure about it, any of those actually numbers.
And those the second set of numbers, the 70 and 90, those are cumulative over the course of a 3-day span?
Right. So let's say that Drew is at 80 right now. Okay, he's probably done for the next 4 days. But let's say that his number was underneath that, where he was only done for 3 days. No, I'll give you a better example. A relief pitcher comes in and throws 20 pitches in 1 day. He's got to sit maybe 1 day of rest, but that next day he's still within that 4-day window of only being able to go up to 110.
Gotcha.
And Misha actually does it well. It's one of the few things Misha does well. I know. I hope they're not listening. No, they do it well because
that's our athletic director, Jeff Nix.
They do it well because when you type in, you have to get on the Misha website and you have to type in the number of pitches that your pitcher had within 24 hours. When you do that, it actually shoots back a message to you to let you know when your pitcher is eligible to pitch again, which is great because it takes away that confusion for schools. It makes them have to be accurate and keep track of it and be honest, because you can't come back tomorrow and say, oh, well, he only had 65 pitches when he had 85.
Right.
And actually both benches are supposed to be keeping track of both pitchers and sharing those numbers after every inning.
That was my next question. I was going to ask you if it was honor system, but the teams are expected to keep one another in check.
Correct. And if there's any dispute, the home team has the official. But you're supposed to do that between every inning, and it just keeps it where everybody knows how many pitches they have.
Number 5, Sam Solder, and now batting second baseman number 2, Grant Staffen.
So here we go. We're getting ready to start action again. We got first and second, runners on first and second. We got nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 1-0 still the St. John lead as they try to extend here before the top of the 7th inning. We now have a new pitcher on the mound, and that's Holden Mayberry. Mannion pitched a pretty solid game, allowing just 1 run in 5+ innings. He's still responsible for the 2 runners on base here in the 6th. So Grant Staffen at the plate, first and second, and first pitch in the dirt. Good stop, good scoop there by the catch.
That took basically kept us at 1 runner in scoring position instead of putting 2 in scoring position with no outs. So that was a nice stop by the catcher.
And that one's right down the middle. That's a strike, 1-1. This guy's throwing a little harder than the Mannion kid did.
See if I can get him on my handy-dandy radar I got here. I'm not at a very good angle.
Look at this guy.
I go to a lot of baseball and softball games.
He comes up here with a radar gun. This is getting official now. That ball comes in a little low.
That said 34, so I don't think my angle's very good. That's a
34.
little faster than 34.
I think Jen Humboldt could hit that 34 mile an hour.
She can run that fast.
Yeah, she should be hurdling right now at
She
practice.
should be.
All right, there's the base hit
There
up
we
the
go.
middle.
Get in there.
Here
Get in
comes
there.
Dunsey around third. Here comes the throw from center. It's all the way through. The catcher was way up the line. And score is going to be 2-0 St. John on an RBI single by Grant Staffen. Runner at second, Brady Boyer. He stays put.
This is a really good opportunity for St. John to add on those insurance runs and almost put this game out of reach. Right now it's very much in reach, but if they can continue to do this with no outs, then it could be big.
First pitch swing in there, and that ball is fouled back by Selby. Selby had a big hit last time up. Looks back to the runner at second. Here's the pitch. Off-speed pitch in the dirt. 2-0 count. Sorry, 1-1 count. Ball 2-1. What do you think? Think there's put the runners in motion at all here, or let them hit?
With a 2-1 here?
2-1, nobody out,
I
first and
don't
second?
think so. It's still in third. It's if you just had a runner on first, I would say yeah. But I don't know. I'm very leery of stealing third base very often at all.
Mayberry looks in, gets the sign. Runner goes. That ball is hit to the shortstop, steps on second, over to first, double play.
Scored another run.
But runner comes in as the runner was in motion against the will of Coach Nix.
It worked out for him, didn't it?
It did work out.
It worked out.
Devin Bader.
So that brings the score to 3-0. Has to get a couple big insurance runs here in the bottom of the sixth before the final inning coming up. Now Devin Bader, 9-hole hitter. He swings and misses at the first pitch.
Well, that was a home run swing right there, wasn't it?
He's taken some big cuts today so
He
far.
just about came out of his shoes on that one.
Boy, he's tall, isn't he?
He
Tall
is
and
tall.
lanky.
You're talking about a kid that can two-hand dunk standing right underneath the rim.
Yeah, the kids were telling me the other day he had a 38-inch vertical or something like that.
He did. At the weight meet that we had a few weeks ago, I was there, and when he jumped up and he touched about halfway up that backboard, everybody kind of went, whoa.
There's another swing and a miss there by Devin. Counts at 1-2.
He's got some good hops. He can do a running front flip, I believe, and definitely a back flip. Both of which I cannot do.
I would say I used to when I was younger, but I couldn't do it then
That'd be a
either.
lie, huh?
Oh, that ball
Might want to put
is
that one away.
sawed off.
Might want to take a look at that ball. It might be oblong.
I don't know if you can saw off a ball with an aluminum bat, but if you can, I think he just did it. Here's the pitch, and strike three, struck him out. And that's going to take us to the top of the seventh inning. We want to take Coach Nix, or thank Coach Nix for taking some time to talk to us. And Coach, I know you got a busy day, so thanks a lot, and good luck with everything going on this evening.
Well, I appreciate that, and thanks again for doing this year. I know a lot of people depend on you guys to be able to know what's going on with the game, and you guys do a fantastic job, so thanks.
All right, thank you. And that's Coach Jeff Nix. That brings us to our next commercial break. All right.
See, you decided to take my chair, huh?
All right, first pitch is a ball as Drew Toombs takes the mound for this 7th inning of work. There's the second ball, 2-0.
Drew trying to go a complete game here.
Oh. 3-0 to score here, top of the 7th inning, 2-0 count. And there's a ground ball to the shortstop. Kohler picks it, throws it, and he's out. Chad Dunsey takes the throw.
Really good.
He has played well, very solid.
His first game at short.
Whole team, not one error so far today, and a great pitching performance by Drew. So very encouraging start to the season here for the Dragons.
Chase played in the outfield the whole season last year. Now he moved to short, and he's looked real good there. Ball's been hit to him a lot. He's played. He hasn't made any mistakes at all.
Jen, you have no faith in me. All right, 0-1's the count. 2 outs to go here for Drew's, for the first win of the season for the Dragons, and complete game here for Drew Toombs. Impressive way to start the season here for the Dragons so far. That ball is high, 1-1 to count.
Drew could finish what he started here. What'd he do? Only allow 2, maybe 3 people on base all game?
He's allowed
3, I think. I moved my car, so I mean, I'm not getting hit.
You moved your car, huh?
I did
you move my car? My keys are in it.
I did move
Don't
your
steal
car.
it. Dr. O'Brien knows I leave my keys in my car. He usually steals it about two times a school year and hides it somewhere in the parking lot, and I have to go look for it.
Did you hear about this story? How Jesse Pinkley bought
1-2 is the count.
his old car, and she had the extra set of keys to it, and so every day in school he would move his car, and Jesse was like, I swear somebody's touching my car.
That ball's outside. 2-2 is the count.
Like everybody to like look at the cameras.
And that ball's fouled off.
This is the way Drew wanted to start off the season, I guarantee that.
Yeah, this is a very, very strong outing. He's very confident out there. You can tell he has a good rhythm with Selby, his catcher, and it's been playing catch so far. There's a pop-up that's behind second base, and Grant calls it, and he brings it in. And that's 2 outs in the 7th inning.
The first outing's huge for
Third
him.
baseman number 1, Tanner Smith.
Yeah, I know, that little pole blocked it.
Now we got another pole in the way. Sorry about that. Grant fielded it cleanly. And 2 outs here, bottom of the 7th inning. Drew comes to the plate, and first pitch, curveball in the dirt.
First outing is just huge for a pitcher because it gets their confidence up the whole year. A bad outing can just ruin a whole year. Confidence can go down.
There's a foul back. That's going to take the count to 1-1. A little surprised here with the 3-0 deficit that Central's not taking a pitch, but Drew's been very consistent in the strike zone, so they probably think their best bet is to take their hacks.
Yeah, I don't think he's walked anyone, has he?
And he has not.
That's huge for a pitcher.
2-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Ball's high.
3-1 count. Might have jinxed him.
That ball's outside, and he walked him. Good job, Bob.
I jinxed him for sure.
I blame you.
You should, because I jinxed him. I feel bad.
Okay, so Tanner Smith draws the walk, and that's going to bring up Jace Bland. And it looks like they're going to have to make a pitching change here, possibly, because
It looks like they
no,
are.
it looks like they're going to talk to him,
No,
see
they're
how
just
he's feeling.
I thought he motioned to the ump that he was making a pitching change.
We don't have the exact numbers on the pitch count, but he should be well under the 105. We did get the update that Valley lost. Do we have a score? No score. We know the other team had more than they. And we have not got any word from Farmington as to how that first game went. So
telling you, the temperature's got a lot more frigid.
It's a little cool. The sun has gone down, and the clouds are moving in.
Number 14, Jace Blaine.
And like we said, we're planning on bringing you the softball game, but all that depends on the weather. So we're going to play it by ear. And hopefully by the time we get off the air today, as the runner goes, that's an interesting decision to try to take a base there. Last inning. That run means absolutely nothing.
That's kind of
does take away the force play, but it wasn't like they were conceding the base.
That's an interesting move. I don't know if I've ever. I don't know how Selby could have just held on to it there.
A lot of times you'll see him concede the base there, but they were not conceding the base, and he took off anyway. And if it wouldn't been for a double clutch, he probably would have been thrown out.
Ooh.
Oh, and there's a base hit up the middle, and that's going to be a run. So we get a walk, we get a stolen base, we get an error on the throw, and the base hit. And now we got a pinch runner coming in for Bland as this north wind starts to pick up, and Jen Humboldt is freezing and running for cover, even though she's supposed to be manning the camera. Crocker is hiding somewhere behind a wall. I can't even see him anymore. Are you watching the game?
I'm watching the game. It got cold.
All right, and I'm sitting out here by myself in the cold. All right, throw over to first.
They're not conceding any bases.
I don't understand this. The score is 3-1. There's a runner on first base. The tying run's at the plate, so that base runner on first is dancing around, and they're holding him on. And
it means nothing. He can score, and it doesn't do anything.
This is Garrett Winkler at the plate here. Another pickoff.
What? You can hear me? Him? Oh.
They're telling him to shorten his lead over there. There's.
And Jennifer is putting a headset on now. She's about to talk. It's on backwards, Jennifer. But it's not on backwards. I thought it was.
All right. Counts 0-1. 2 out, 7th inning. Here's the pitch. Ooh, there's a foul ball. Line drive.
That's screaming towards someone's car.
Youch. That thing came out hot.
Glad we have a fence here. Could be a little bit scary. 0-2 count.
0-2 count. This could be the final pitch of the game, and it's fouled off down the third base line. Winkler stays alive. 0-2. I know Drew wants to finish this game off.
What inning is it?
This is the 7th inning.
Struck him out looking to end it.
That's a strikeout. That should be the game.
That is the game.
First game of the year. Dragons win by a score of 3-1. That's a gem thrown by Drew Toombs, as he'll be our St. Genevieve High School player of the game.
That was a real well-played game by both teams. Not too many mistakes. St. Gen just came out on top.
Yeah, 1 error on each team. Very crisp. Almost did what you did a while ago. We are going to try to get Coach McDaniel up here for an interview. And we're going to check the weather for you and see if we can get you the softball game later tonight. Looks like the rain's going to hold off until 8 o'clock, so we're going to go for it. And we'll bring you back there. It will be a different link. But if you'd like to catch the softball game tonight, girls play Scott City. There was supposed to be a dedication ceremony for the Lindsay R. Roth Pavilion that is being dedicated tonight. That has been postponed due to the potential threat of the weather that was out earlier. So we will keep you posted as to when we're going to make that up. But right now we got Central getting ready to play DeSoto, as DeSoto has made their way onto the field. And we'll buy some time here as we wait for Coach McDaniel. And we will show you the wrestling highlights from the winter season as we wait.
walk it like I talk it. Walk it like I talk it. Walk it like I talk it. Hey, walk it like I talk it. Walk it like I talk it. You walk it like I talk it. Walk it like I talk it. All set. Rock it, watch it. I want that, dish, that menage. I bought a franchise to double up the profit. We make a land. Big boy Paddock and a skelly. Sit ringtones on the celly. You did your ice wrong, go to Elliot. Ice. Splash on the wrist, J Reddick. I got a bag of drugs, no medic. Deacon drinking on straight. Alive, look alive. Came up on the side, now they on the other side. Oh well, them dog, we gon' see how hard they ride. I get racks.
Watch, stacking my guap, wait in the pot, hey, robbing the spot, learn to watch.
You can reach me, space coupe like ET. It's the plug tryna call me. I was up chopping early in the morning. Ooh, on the wave like a durag. Before it's blue back, plug walk Gucci on my shoe rack. Woke up in the house till I ran into the plug, till I ran into the mud. I done ran into some racks. I'm finna do it like I never done it, and I wanna run it, and I wanna keep it going and going like infinity. Be the only entity to ever rip it apart. From the start like this, from the
we got the pitching today. We got the defense. The hitting, like I said, was just a little, off, but I was glad to see that we were swinging the bat. Rather than leaving on our shoulders, that was the one thing that I was happy with, and we were able to push runs across when we needed to.
And you don't have much time to celebrate here as you got another game coming up in about 2.5 hours. You play DeSoto. Do we know any plans as far as who's going to be throwing tonight? Or
That's exactly what we're going to be talking about here in just a little bit. Whenever you get into these tournaments like this, especially, 4 games in 2 days, you want to try to save as many pitchers as possible, and then you think, who do you want to start here and who do you want to start, there. And so trying to set ourselves up, for the best possible chance, at playing tomorrow. Of course, we're going to face a, tough DeSoto team. They always put a great team out on the field. So, we have confidence in all of our pitchers, but, like we tell them, you've got to remain consistent out there. The more consistent you are, the better off our fielders are going to be, and the better off we're going to be up at the plate. You guys help set the tone for everybody.
Well, we won't be able to be here tonight because of the threat of the rain, but hopefully tomorrow we will be back, and we wish you the best of luck tonight, and hopefully we'll be playing here on this field because that means we'll be playing in the gold bracket, I believe, tomorrow with the first win. So
I like the way you think.
I'm an optimist. But anyway, this is Coach Mike McDaniel, and congratulations on the first win,
all right,
and good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you, Kyle.
All right, and this is Kyle Schweiss for Nathan Crocker and Jen Humboldt. We will be signing out. We will be on a new link for the softball game. That should be up around 4 o'clock, 4:15. And we will see you then.